Chris, we're back in the gym here. We're going to go over your at-home functional fitness workout. Today we're going to be learning just how can we control our body a little bit better. So we're going to go through some basic movements, a little basic warm-up, things that you can do at home with no equipment, okay? So recommended, now that we're home, we're not in a public gym, if you can, go barefoot. That way we can start taking control of our feet. Our feet are really important in our workouts. We want to feel like we're grabbing the ground, using our feet to support our knees, our hips, and our low back, okay? So if you can, go barefoot. So we're gonna start hands and knees here. We're gonna do what we call hip cars. So these are controlled articular rotations through our hip joints. So just really slow rotation, giving our hip joint some more mobility. So we're gonna start hands and knees. And what we're gonna do, back's nice and straight, good neutral back. We're gonna kick our leg up nice and slow. Again, these are controlled, so we're going really slow, around to the side, come forward, and then back through it. Each rep, we're gonna go for about 10 to 15 seconds, so super slow. My back is still. Things we wanna watch for is keeping this arm straight. It's gonna wanna bend, keep that nice and straight, okay? Do about 10, 12 reps each side, okay? Then we're gonna get on our back. We're gonna go into a glute bridge, okay? So on my back, I'm gonna push my ribs down, so now my abs are on. Pelvis is in a good spot. I'm gonna glute bridge up, down. Okay, about 12 to 15 times. And from there, we're standing up and we'll start moving properly here. So we're gonna go over how to do a proper hip hinge. So hip hinge is, can we bend through our hips and not bend over with our back? So get a broomstick, okay? Anything at home, a hockey stick, anything you got. We're gonna bring that on our back here. We're gonna have 3 points of contact, okay? So on the back of the head, mid-back, tailbone. From there, that's gonna force us to keep our back straight. We're gonna work on just bending over at the hips here. Come back up. You're gonna feel a big pull through the back of the legs. Come back up. What we don't wanna see is that breaking there. Okay, again, 10 to 12 reps. We'll just do one set, get a good feel for that. So next, we're gonna go through a little bit of hip flexion. So get our hip flexors working and firing. We'll go hands over the shoulders if we need to, come out here for balance. Flex up here, we'll come down, try not to touch. So working on a little balance, get the central nervous system all fired up, ready to go. If we want, we can add a little twist to it, make it a little bit harder. Little twist, okay? 12, 15 each side here, okay? Then we're gonna work our way into a squat, okay? So with a squat, if we're having a hard time getting down, we're gonna give ourselves a little heel lift. So I've got my heels on this pad, about a ½ inch. You can go up to an inch. And what we wanna do, heels about shoulder width apart, toes flared out slightly. Now my knees wanna stay aligned with my toes and go down. I'm gonna put my arms out in front, squat down, looking straight forward, come back up. If you find you're able to keep yourself up just fine, we'll go ahead and step off that heel, raise and squat down, come back up. Okay, we'll go about 2 to 4 sets, anywhere from 8 to 12 reps there. Just good quality movement, okay? So now we're coming to our stairs at home. We have our step. We're gonna step on the side, got a handrail here. What we're doing is watching where the knee is. So when we're stepping up our stairs at home, we're probably going here, which is fine, but we're gonna train to use the glute on our steps. So what we're gonna do, knee's gonna stay over the ankle, heel's gonna stay flat down on the ground. Lift these bottom toes up, hold on. We're gonna come up and then slowly go down. We're gonna call these step downs because we're focusing on the down portion. My hip is going back, foot staying flat here, knees directly over the ankle, stepping up there. You need to make it a little harder, reach out in front of you, reach out in front. You need to make it harder or easier, go back, okay, and go back. And about 2 sets there, 10 to 12 reps to get you started. Okay, so we'll come on down here. If we'll bring the camera over here, we're gonna learn the proper way to start setting up for a plank. So we're gonna learn how to find a nice neutral spine. So we're gonna get hands and knees, and all I'm gonna do is gonna arch my low back down. I'm gonna arch it up, down, and then I'm gonna find the middle of those 2 spots. That's gonna lock my core into place, ribs are up. And from here, I'm just gonna hold, ribs are up. And now if we can, to maintain and work a little bit harder, We're gonna lift our knees just barely off the ground and maintain that neutral spine. Not letting it fall down here, not coming up here. Knees just barely off the ground, maintain the neutral spine, okay? All right, last thing, we'll learn a proper push-up. So we'll go with a bit of an incline. So you can go all the way up from the side of your couch or all the way down to the ground here. So let's bring the camera over here. Let's get a nice side angle. With my push-up, we're gonna grab whatever we're holding on to. So fingertips are spread out, grab it. We don't wanna just jam into our joints here. So grab the box, I'm up on my toes, and if anything, I'm gonna have a little bit of round in my upper back. I don't wanna be here, okay? That's what we're fighting against when we're holding this position. So we're gonna round up just a tiny bit. Elbows are gonna go back, hands lined up with the chest at the bottom, pop up. Elbows go back, pop up. About 2 sets, 10 to 12 reps, feel comfortable. Start to lower yourself down as you can, and then we'll call it a day right there. Thanks for joining.